Hello and welcome to the Garmin Round Denmark Race Studio Part 3. The first studio was in Esbjerg or from Esbjerg, telling about what happened in Esbjerg on the offshore course. The second live transmission was yesterday at this moment from the start on the inshore course in Aarhus, and now we don't have any starts today, but I will just play for you a little recap of start in Esbjerg. Okay, now we're back. The agenda for today is a status of the three fleets. I have my little book here, so I try not to forget anything. We have just sent out an announcement just before we entered this studio. Then we have a status from the three offshore sailors on the single-handed course. We have something about the inshore course, and then we have some footage from the sailors who sent it to us. We have asked all the sailors at the skipper meetings to provide us with videos of different kinds, and we have a really rough weather video from Lea, Robert Cooper, when he was at the North Sea, and then we have a totally cozy sailing video from a single-hand sailor who chose to become a sailor on a fully crewed boat rather on Xbox. Then we have a special update, I'd dare say, on Michael Møllmann and his crew, because they are really pushing the envelope. They are really doing a good job. They will probably be back before the wind kicks in for real, which is Monday morning or something like that. But we are following them closely, and because of this postponement and stuff, we haven't had the time simply to get in touch with the Michael and his crew. So we are gonna, that's a special treat. I'm going into that later, and I think that's about it for the agenda. So let's start up from the start. The status, we sent out a message to the sailors on the inshore course and the three single-handers that as of now the situation is completely the same as it was 24 hours ago, which means that the boats on the inshore course and the three single-handers are all heading for Helsingør. Everybody from the single-handed course, from the inshore course are already in Helsingør, moored. The three single-handers are heading down, no doubt. I can just maybe show you where they are. Hang on one second. If we do like this, let's take this one and share this one. Here we are. As you can see, we have the three single-handers here. We have all the boats in Helsingør. Just gonna do like this. They are on their way down to Helsingør. Cassiopeia, the Moody 46 with Sten Wittrup, he has hit the wind. He had a little head start because what they did was that when they got into Skagen, then we reduced the mandatory break from 16 hours to 12 hours. But still, Sten was there a few hours before the other two, and that meant that he got out of Skagen in the wind, and it also means that maybe he has a good coach zero or something, because he has really pulled away on this leg. and he will definitely get to Helsingør before the wind kicks in. I'm a little bit worried. We have Midas also who have resumed sailing. They are in the GB 1000. Torben Herslund. They were in Thyborøn for a long time, and they are still competing. They are in the same race as Mikael Møllmann, who we will return to later. But no doubt he will manage to get there as well. He's doing 7 knots. Of course, they all managed to get there, but Lea and the little X79 with Esben Pilegaard, they are kind of having a harder time, so to speak, to get there because what is in pipeline for all these guys is, I think I'm gonna switch to this one. Here we can see all the racers from the inshore boats, the inshore course. They are all happily moored here in the culture harbor of Helsingør, and we are really happy about the collaboration we have with the harbor of Helsingør. They have been really nice to us as race managers and to the participants, of course, to let them into this harbor and take shelter. This red line you can see here is the preliminary finishing line, and a little bit further down here we have the preliminary or imaginary starting line when we get to that. But long story short, we sent out an announcement earlier today, well, just 10 minutes ago or so, that stating that the situation is situation normal, all fucked up, as we say. It is as it was 24 hours ago. We are still waiting for this crazy wind system to kick in. We can take this here, and you can maybe see this is at tonight at 10 o'clock in the evening.
Brug af Siri til denne handling understøttes ikke af Finner.
Ja, tak. Det var Siri who just wanted to be a part of this show as well. No, but we have this really heavy wind gusts coming in, and middle winds, really full scale gale at least, and maybe even a storm as we continue to move on. These spots are like middle wind of up to from 34 to 42 knots, which is quite a lot up in this area. And what we of course are crossing our fingers for is that the guys on the offshore course, Lea and Relax, they will manage to get to Helsingør before this time. This is at 1 o'clock tonight. At this moment, we don't know yet when the wind will start to decrease again, but what is certainly is that it will last at least during the night. So far, we have the next update concerning the weather and the possible next restart at 6 o'clock tonight. We will send out a new announcement on what we are planning and what our information from different weather forecasters and meteorologists that we are in touch with, what they think. All right, that was the status from the coast. So maybe I should just mention that the first boats to Helsingør on the inshore course was actually the very first boat was the single-handed boat Tsar, an XP44 with Richard Roth, who also a Swedish boat, who also won the race last year for the single-handers. But for him to beat both fully crewed and double-handed was quite impressive. As far as I remember, the second boat in was Jetstream, a double-handed boat, Dutch at J122, if I remember right. And third boat in was another XP. That was the 44 Xbox with Henrik Jørgensen and his crew. And they were in this morning early, as far as I remember. Okay, cool. I think that was the status for now. Now we are going to do the should we call it the catch up on what has happened on the offshore course, which I'm just going to reset this one, because we have quite a spectacular thing going on, I think, because okay, this is dommage, as we say in Danish. Maybe I can hang on 1 second. Okay. All right, we can get we have lost the signal, but we have the last position available is on Palby Marina, and on Mikael Mellman is here between south of Sweden, around the corner from Bornholm, and heading back towards Denmark mainland, Denmark, Falster and Lolland, where they're passing in the most southern point of Denmark. As I said when we started this presentation, unfortunately we haven't really had time to get in touch with Michael. But what we do have is that we had some interviews with him before the race, and if you haven't heard from the first leg, it went almost as planned. But now we can hear what Michael has to tell us about his expectations before the race from leg 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see.
Allman from the Elliott Supersport, Elliott 35 Supersport, called Palby Marina, lying behind me, and what we expect for the second leg. The second leg from Skagen to Helsingør is going to be a night leg, because it's going to be for us expected the night between Friday and Saturday. We expect to start the leg in a good westerly breeze. It seems like the westerly breeze will actually stick for the whole night until the morning. So we expect to be in Helsingør somewhere Saturday morning between 6 and 12. So it's going to be a good, that's at least what all the routing says today. It's going to be a win for us all the way down to Helsingør. And we expect to be in Skanør in 48 hours. So it's going to be a fast ride. And we will first see the transition on leg 3.
Right, and that was more or less what happened. Credits. I'm normally pretty skeptical on routing and weather data and stuff, because they often, well, to be diplomatic, they are often not that accurate. But this one works. And okay, so let's continue and to move on, and let's hear what Michael has to say about the end of the race. Got him here.
First legs, which is roughly 48 hours. We'll get to leg 3. I'm on Mikael Mellman. I'm on the Elliott 35 Supersport Palby Marina, which lies behind me. And for that leg, of course, it'll be interesting to see what plays out, because as it looks now, before the start, it looks like we'll have the wind turning a little bit north, which means a reach or reach kind of and downwind out to Bornholm, and then we'll see the transition while close to Bornholm. And the transition will actually be a transition to winds from the south, but it will also be light, so we don't actually know what's going to happen. If we are really, really lucky, then the wind will turn south while we are at Christiansø and Bornholm. Then we'll have a short beat down to Duodde, and then setting us nicely up for leg 4, reaching back to Denmark, to the rest of Denmark.
Thank you, Michael. And that is actually what more or less has happened, because we have, Michael, I'm gonna try to get the last position on him again. here, somewhere around here. I don't have the timestamp for this position, or do I? No, I can't see that. But as it is now, they are heading back, and still, I don't think they have made one single tack. They did some jibes in on Skagerrak, on the North Sea, when coming. I'm just gonna share this screen again. Hang on one second. Here we go. Present. Gonna have this one up. Yeah, they had some jibing up here on the last stretch from Hanstholm on. Yeah, well, it was actually from Hirtshals to Skagen, the last point, the last bit of the first leg. And after that, they have been sailing straight line, bearing to mark, no tacking, no jibing, more or less. And now, as it is now, I can just go back to this one. We just showed you the position. They were somewhere around here, still reaching. And what is in pipeline? What is going to really be exciting, as Michael mentioned and in the presentation, is the transitions. What will happen? He was talking about the wind turning north, which is what you see here. It is actually going to turn north. This is at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and it's still northerly when they are coming here. Maybe they come, if they're lucky, they'll be in the wind still, and not in these white spots where there's absolutely no wind. So as it looks now, the transition zone is with no wind is being pushed in front of them, and they'll be able to carry on. Let's maybe zoom in to see what happens here. Okay, it looks like they're gonna have some headwind here when they are going around Lolland and going up in towards Storebælt. But for how long that will be, this is at midnight, because the wind will eventually go west, turn westerly. But they will have some hours, as it looks now, where they will be in beating. But this is tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. And at this point, depending on how far they are, they will have another reach up to Samsø, and before they have the last beating into Aarhus. So we will probably most likely see Michael and his crew back in Aarhus already tomorrow at some point, right? Cool. There was some other things that I wanted to share with you. Just hang on one second. Let's see if I can manage to get that up. That was we had a video file with from some of our participants. This is a recap of our videos from, not this one, from the participants. Hang on, I'm sorry about this. It should have been uploaded. It was actually before the race. Let's see, our videos from the participant. This one. I just want to share this with you. I think it's this one, right? Open. It's just so you can have a impression of how it is sailing on the offshore leg on the north, going up going north on the west coast of Jutland. This is from what was called Lea, the sloop from the 60s. And even though, as you probably know, if you have tried to film waves and heavy weather in a sailboat, normally it looks like nothing. But I think actually you get a good impression from these that what it was like to be out there. When they were sailing there, the wind was, as far as from the weather prediction program, it was around 35 knots or something, and the waves at the Hanstholm were predicted to be around 3.5 meters. So yeah, this is quite impressive, I think, and quite an achievement to manage to go there. And we are really happy about these videos, and we once more want to encourage the sailors to catch as much as possible of the impressions that they get from it can be wild impressions, but it can also be more calm impressions, and we are going to see one
My name is
impression
Roland,
now.
and
This is from just gonna roll it.
hey there.
This is from the leg yesterday on the inshore course. This is a single-hander who turned fully crewed. We are on the XP44 Xbox, the third boat in Helsingør. Please stay in.
Hey there. My name is Roland, and I'm here sitting close to Djursland, Jylland, very close to Grenaa, and we are on the way to Anholt. And then after Anholt we will arrive to Helsingør, and sitting out here in this beautiful weather, I've been reflecting a bit about how to be either single-handed sailor or with a crew. Right now I'm with a crew, but initially I signed up to sail on my own boat, but then a month ago I was asked by Henrik if I wanted to join the Xbox team, which I almost definitely appreciate to sit here with. And yeah, we are on a nice course right now, and but I'm wondering, when I look to the side, if I should have been a single-handed sailor, because the single-handed sailor, if he do excellent work, will actually keep up the same speed as such. So there are some disadvantages and advantages on like sailing on your own boat as a single-handed sailor. At least you can't blame any other people, and you can't assume that anyone else is pulling any ropes or sheets. You are there to organize everything yourself, but you don't have the company of others. So actually it's very nice to sit here, and the next 24 hours we will enjoy good company here, and definitely the reason why I shifted from being a single-handed sailor to joining this crew were to always learn. You can always learn a lot more, and then it's nice to open up your network and get closer to other sailors and like-minded. So we hope for a good trip from here, and we will have that stopover in Helsingør and then take it from there. Thanks.
I think I'm good.
Okay, that was an impression from yesterday, calm sailing compared to what Robert Cooper experienced on the North Sea 2 days ago. More wind is in. I just got a comment from Henrik Andersen. Thank you, Henrik. He says that he writes on Facebook, Palby Marine / Michael Møllmann and his crew, they are north of Rügen right now, and they expect to round the most southern point of Denmark, which is Gedser, tonight at 1800. So keep your eyes open and fingers crossed for Michael Møllmann and his crew that they're going to make a time that will be really, really hard to beat, I think. And if they are a bit, well, they have been very lucky so far, but if they are even more lucky, the wind will go west faster than predicted. But let's see how it plays out. That's it for now. Don't hesitate to use the tracking on track. Search for Garmin Run Denmark race. Then the events, both inshore and offshore, will come up. You can see it on mobile phone if you download an app, or you can use a browser on a computer. What else? The preliminary, I won't call them results, but the times and stuff when people got to Helsinki and stuff, that will be uploaded on the blog posts on GarminRunDenmarkRace.com. And we will also try to see if we can get our colleagues in the press to publish some info on or some status on the times and what's happening and stuff like that. But for the sailors, stay awake at 6 o'clock tonight. Sleep it out now, and then do not miss the update at 6 p.m. 1800 this evening. That's it for now. There's another comment here from somebody. It's Anders Lund, who writes that Palby is not on the tracker. No, Anders, we are well aware of that. Just as we were going to make this presentation, it disappeared. But Henrik Andersen has a update for you, which is that they are north of Rügen. On Facebook, please do not hesitate to add comments or ask questions. And we're going to do another status tomorrow at 12. If that might change, because we are wondering if we should go to Helsingør as well and talk to some of the sailors waiting in the wind. But that's not totally planned yet. If we will have a delay on this show at 12 o'clock tomorrow, it will be posted on the web page and on social media. Okay, that's it for now. I hope everybody got the information they needed, and we are very happy to have you following in the race, and we are also happy for the participants to be in the race. Do not for the sailors, do not hesitate to make videos. We are really fond of the videos you upload. For the spectators, go to Helsingør today. If you are there, there will be around 20 boats, 15 maybe. Somebody has pulled the plug, but there's still a lot of boats in the harbor, and you can definitely have a chat with them, I'm sure, if they want to, or when they expect that the race will resume. Okay, that's it for now. See you tomorrow at the same time and at the same spot. I'm going to end this broadcast by pushing this button, and then it's over for now.